Yo, what up? Welcome back to a new video where I clearly not copy grinding the style. Today I'm going to do something really interesting because I'm going to develop Fuji HR100, a negative film that has expired in 1991, and make some slide of it with C41 developer kit. Why? Because I'm a rebel and I live on the edge and I'm really interested in the results I can get. I shot 5 photos with my 3D camera gear F617, a 6x17 3D printable film camera on a 120 roll. The matte ain't matting, right? Someone commented on my last video that must you remember, practice many times until you're an autopilot. Well, guess what? I'm still not an autopilot and keep that in mind. Before we get started, let me tell you a little story about my adventure with this camera. So I was out and looking for something cool to shoot, and I found a container next to an old building that I thought would be great for a photo. The sun was shining, there was beautiful golden light. By the time we got there, the sun was behind the clouds and all the golden light has disappeared. But I was like, hey, that's a film that expired 30 years ago, who cares? I don't. So I set my camera up, measured the light, set the composition, and I was reaching for the shutter release cable just to find out that I had left it at home. The next photo was a few hundred meters down the road, and so we drove off with my unreasonably happy brother, and we encountered some crazy firefights on the road. Just a road into nothing. I remember to find the film this time, unlike in my previous video, so I took the photo. I was on a roll. We were on the way to shoot an ice bridge, but on the way to the bridge, we found a cooler location, so I took a photo there instead. But this was the time for me to forget something really important. A mistake that I will probably do many times in my future life. The next photo was actually of the bridge. We had to walk a few hundred meters to get there, and it was extremely cold outside. My hands were so cold that I was barely able to find the film, hold my phone and then the shutter release cable, but I took the photo anyways. Now it's time to develop the film and turn it into slides. First you have to remember that negative films has an orange dye in their base, which you can avoid by shooting 2 steps overexposed and then pulling the film 2 steps while developing, which I didn't do obviously. And now let's make another Breaking Bad cooking. I was acting.
Or was I?
I may have lied a bit when I said I will be using only C41 kit because I need black and white developer as well, so I bought some Kodak D76. The first step is to develop it in black and white developer at 40 degrees for 12 minutes. This will give the film a mask so that you can take it out from the developer tank, because the next step is to fog the film. I've made sure to expose it thoroughly to make every silver exposed. I put it back and developed it in cinestill C41 kit's developer. If I had took the film out at that point, it would look very thick and extremely overexposed. To make it look normal, we have to destroy all the silver, so now it's time to use the Blix. Normally it would take 8 minutes with this kit, but to make sure every silver is destroyed, I bleached it for 12 minutes. The results are pretty damn bad, I must say, but it's probably because of the expired film and my lack of knowledge in film processing and scanning. All of the photos are greenish, which I can't even remove in Lightroom, and it also has marks on it, and it's just bad. So there you have it, folks, making slide films from negative with C41 kits and with D617. It may not be the most conventional way to do things, but sometimes the unconventional approach leads to the most beautiful results. Not in this case. See ya. All of those are 3deecameragear F617s. If you wanna buy one, there's a link in the description, just in case.